We're actually on time tonight. I didn't think we would be because I sat down to eat dinner and it was like 7:17 or something like that. But I guess I was really hungry, so scarfed my dinner down and we're here. Still like 4 minutes late, but what can you do? Hey, wow. How are you, Wow? Congrats on getting first. I think you're continuing a streak. I think you got it last night. But how are you, Wow? How you doing? Oh no, Muck got it. Muck got it 2 days ago, and you got it yesterday. So yes, you have a streak of 2 days. I'm doing good. Wow, I'm doing good. I am very warm because I just ate a big bowl of curry. Um, One of my favorite comfort meals. Definitely up there. Um, Very yummy. We had some yellow curry today. My mom decided to quadruple the recipe today because she said she always wants leftovers, the day after, and there's never enough leftovers. So we quadrupled the recipe today. So the curry, the gravy took a while to get to a boil, um, so we could eat it. Um, but it got done early enough that uh, I'm not late tonight. There we go. That's nice. Hi, Sterling. Mwah. Hi, sweetie. How you doing? Hope you're having a good week. Hope your cold's gone. Just heads up, we do have the first ad break about 2.5 minutes, about there. So apologies if you came in and you got stuck with pre-rolls. Apologies. Not much I can do about that, though. Yeah, I'm doing good. Wow. I had lots of yummy curry today, and I went on some errands. We needed to get more milk for curry tonight, and I was out of mouthwash. Um, yeah. So, I don't know if I'll be streaming Saturday, um, because either Friday or Saturday, one of the two. Because I asked my dad, "Your ears hurt horribly." Oh no. Mwah. I'm sorry you have your pain, Sterling. My ears pick on me a lot sometimes. I hope your ears feel better soon. It's no good. Hope they feel better. So you just had a cold too. Aw. Um, but I convinced my dad to go see Iron Lung with me this weekend. Um, so, uh, yeah, my dad's not a big horror movie person. Thing just spreading. Oh no. I hope you have some medicine. Make sure you take some medicine. I'm always bad about taking medicine and things. I have since I was a baby. I never liked taking medicine. It was until I got fairly grand scheme of things fairly recently that I was able to actually start swallowing pills with water instead of like a spoonful of pudding or peanut butter. So yeah. Let's talk about that movie. They are. They are. I guess I might be feeling some FOMO about it, but I do want to see it in theaters while I can, so I can say I did. Because I'm sure it'll be on Blu-ray or DVD or somehow, and on streaming somehow. Um, but I want to see it while it's in theaters. The theaters around here, they're screening it through next week. Um, so I thought I was pressed for time, but not really. Not really. Like last time I checked showing times in theaters in my area last night or yesterday, and the one down the street was only showing Iron Lung till today, till after, till this evening, um, and wasn't showing it anymore. But it is now, so that's good. I guess enough people are seeing it. But the theater down the street is reserved seating, so we're gonna have to go a couple miles to a different one, and that's okay. That's okay. There's one in the mall, and it has really nice recliners. So, um, but I convinced my dad to go with me by saying I'll buy the tickets, popcorn, and drinks. So, the last movie I saw with my dad was the Overlord Holy Kingdom arc movie, and that was a good time because Overlord's one of my favorite animes, and my dad's watched it, rewatched a bunch of times, maybe more than I have. Um, but yeah, that was the last movie I saw with my dad, and that was like 2 years ago now. Um, it was before, yeah, it was like the end of 2024, August of 2024. It didn't come to theaters here. It wasn't. It was in October. It released in Japan in August, and it didn't wasn't in theaters here till October, I think, because they dubbed the movie like so you could see it subbed or dubbed in the theaters. We watched it dubbed because that's what my dad prefers, and I think dubs these days can be pretty stinky. Some dubs can be really stinky, but I think in the grand scheme of things, like most dubs these days, are pretty competent. Most of the time, the dub for "You and I Are Polar Opposites" is really good. I think it's up there with at least the lady that does the voice for the main female lead in um, the main girl with pink hair in "You and I Are Polar Opposites." I think is uh, in just in how fun it is to listen to her talk in the anime is up there with Amelie in My Dress Up Darling. Like it's pretty good. That dub's pretty good. And of course there are bad dubs. They're just like super stiff. Oh my goodness. But I think yeah, if it's in dub, I like to watch the dub because I don't have to read, and I can pay more attention to the visuals. Because you know I'm dumb. And I like the Overlord dub mainly because the guy that does Ein's voice is just I love that man. He's such a good voice. He has such a good voice. He also did the readings for the English version of uh, the audiobook version of the Overlord light novels, and that's really cool. That's really fun. And I just like Overlord, so I've watched it subbed and dubbed. I'm pretty sure, um, at least season 4. When I watched Overlord, seasons 1 through 3 were already out, so I did have to wait for season 4, but I did not have to do the painful wait for season 3. I didn't have to do that. Um, yeah. Anyway, I'm excited to see Iron Lung, but I don't know what showing I'm going to, what time of showing I'm going to. So, the theaters do a showing at like 2 p.m., 4 p.m., and 7 p.m. And then some of them do screenings as late as 10. So, and the movie's 2 hours, 2 hours, 7 minutes, or something like that. So, uh, yeah. So I don't know if there'll be a stream this Friday or Saturday. So I apologize in advance if there's not. So we might miss out on an ASMR stream this week or a power wash stream this week. Anyway, you want good boy? Wow. Okay. And he drinks the water. Excuse me. Sorry, goodness. Okay. But thank you guys for sticking with me through the ad break. Thank you. I appreciate it lots. Thank you. All right. Here's a good boy. Wow. Wow. Thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking and chatting. Spending time with us on the streams. Thank you. Very, very good boy. And you worked very, very hard this week. And I'm very, very proud of you. Very, very good boy. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Wow. Good boy. 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 Wow. Good boy. 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 Wow. Good boy. 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 Sorry about the sniffles. Good. Good boy. 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 Sorry for the throat gargle. I don't know what that was. Wow, thank you for being who you are. Doing what you do. I think it makes the world a better place. In my humble opinion, anyway. Very, very, very good boy. Good boy, wow, good boy. Sorry, I didn't clear my throat. Good boy, Well. Good boy. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Look at you, such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, Well. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Look at you, such a good boy. Oh, yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, Well. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Thank you, sorry, goodness. There you go, Wow. Thank you for the good boy redeem, sweetheart. Thank you. So many burps. So sorry. Goodness. Thank you for the redeem, Wow. Hope that good boy was okay for you. Give me one moment. I need to blow my nose real quick. I will be right back. So, I have this weird thing. I don't know if it's weird, but in my sleep cycle, most of my memorable dreams happen uh, before I have to like go to the bathroom. So a lot of my dreams that I remember are me trying to find a bathroom. And the last one was a couple nights ago. I think it was last weekend. I was trying to get to a bathroom, but this really, I think what happened was I watched a video about Airbud for some reason before I went to fell asleep. And in my dream, I was trying to find a bathroom in some house. I don't remember the house. I don't. It wasn't familiar to me, at least in the moment. In my dream, it was. It was my house. But looking back on the dream, I don't know where I was. um, I was trying to find the bathroom, and all the lights were off for some reason. And there was hi Titan, thank you for the first time chat, sweetheart. Thank you for the follow a couple nights ago. I appreciate that, sweetheart. I hope you're doing okay. Mwah. That is an Ardian emote. Oh, you came from Ardian's chat. Okay, that's right. I thought you came from Minari's or something for some reason. But that was Ardian when we raided Ardian on their birthday. That's right. I remember now. But I was trying to find the bathroom, and this just like massive, fluffy, golden retriever was like, "No, don't go to the bathroom. I want you to cuddle me." I was like, "But I have to use the bathroom. I have to use the bathroom." And it just like um was like, "No, you're gonna go lay down on the tile floor and snuggle me." And I'm like, "Okay, fine, I'll lay down." And then I laid down, and then I fell asleep in my dream, like I got super sleepy. And then I woke up and then used the bathroom and fell back to sleep, but the dream did not continue. Like, so a lot of my dreams is just me trying to find a bathroom because I have to go to the bathroom. Um, so yeah, you're welcome. Well, you're welcome. Thank you for the redeem, sweetheart. Mwah, 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 mwah. Um, like one dream, uh, I went like the whole like sometimes the whole dream is just me trying to find a bathroom. Sometimes the dream involves me finding a bathroom, going to the bathroom. Like the worst ones are when I find a bathroom and I successfully use the restroom and then I wake up having to use the restroom, and I'm like, I just did this. I just did this. That's the worst of them. Um, but yeah, I don't know. And some dreams are memorable. Like I remember them for like a week or maybe half a week, and then uh, I forget them. Like I know I've remembered dreams before, but I can't remember them anymore. The dreams I remember most are from when I was like a toddler, because I was a toddler, I guess, and they were maybe more memorable than that, and I've had more time to like retell the dreams a bunch. Like I think I remember a lot of nightmares from when I was a little kid, when I was a baby and a toddler, like really young, like maybe sub 6 years old, right? A lot of them involved just falling. Like I had a ton of falling dreams, and I hated them. I I haven't had any falling dreams for a while. Um, but when I was that young, my family lived with my grandparents. It was me, my mom, and my dad, and then my brother, and then my parents got pregnant with my uh one of my sisters, and they had to move out because there wasn't enough room for my sister. And my room and my brother's room was in the basement with my parents' room and stuff. Learned how not to fall, so I dream about it. Well, so I had lots of dreams involving this particular staircase. And a lot of them would just be me going up or down the stairs, and then they would fall away, and then I would just fall through the sky, and that would just be the dream. Uh, like I had a bunch of dreams involving this particular staircase because I used it a lot to get to my room and go upstairs and stuff. There was one dream that I had where church was in the basement, like church happened in the basement. Like I went down the stairs. There's my bishop. I grew up Mormon, so we had the leader of our congregation or whatever is is the title of bishop, and he's just a guy from the congregation that is called to that tight to the to be the bishop. And he was down there, and I walked down the stairs. He's like, "Oh, hey Ketchup, welcome to church." And I walked in, then the storage room, which is now like a TV room, that my aunt and uncle turned it into a TV room a number of years ago, was the chapel. um yeah, I had a lot of dreams about this involving this staircase. Mwah. Hi Jam Jam, hi sweetie, how you doing? I'm doing okay. We had curry for dinner, so I'm warm right now because I have a tummy full of warm curry. um and I'm gonna go see Iron Lung with my dad this weekend, so I don't know if there will be a stream on Friday or Saturday. One of those days there might not be a stream, depending on what showing we go to. Um, so I just heads up about that. I convinced my dad. My dad's not a big horror movie person. Uh, not really either. Um, I haven't seen too many horror films in my time. Like the scariest movie I've probably seen is like Jurassic Park, off the top of my head. But I want to see it because everybody's talking about it, and I want to see it in theaters. I want to. I mean, I might watch it when it's on, whenever it gets on a streaming service, however that works out, or if it when it gets put on DVDs or Blu-rays. Because Marcus said he wants to do a physical release. He said he wants to be able to make it as accessible as possible for everybody. So I'm sure it'll be on physical media, and somehow it'll get printed on disc, whether that's Blu-ray or DVD. I don't know. um, and on streaming some way somehow. Um, yeah, thank you, Jam Jam. It's very sweet. You're adorable. But how are you, Jam Jam? Hope you're doing okay, sweetheart. Um, but I convinced my dad to go with me because I looked at how much cash I have in my wallet. I was like, oh, I have way more money than I thought I did. So I texted him. So I texted him, hey, do you want to see a movie with me this weekend? It's called Iron Lung. And he said, sure. What kind of movie is it? And I said, oh, it's a horror movie based on an indie horror game. ... And he didn't respond because my dad's not a big horror movie person. According to my mom, I don't remember last time I watched him watch a horror movie. Um, but I counted my cash. I was like, oh, I have way more than I thought. I thought I had like $20. So I texted him, I'll buy the tickets, popcorn, and drinks. So like, okay. So, uh, yeah, you doing good? That's good to hear, Jam Jam. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited because I want to see it because I've played Iron Lung. We've streamed Iron Lung, very early into our streaming career. Because when around the time I started streaming on Twitch, the first game I ever streamed was Final Fantasy 14. I've since streamed it maybe 2 more times since then. Uh, I streamed it. It was the first game I streamed because when I wanted to try it, because a lot of the people I've met through just watching Twitch over like the past 8 years or whatever, since 2020 at least, played Final Fantasy. Like my art papa, Volmini, he played a ton of Final Fantasy 14. So like, I want to try this. So I installed it, and we played it, and it worked great. Anyway, it was the first game I streamed. That was like the last week of August into October. I don't actually know the specific date of my first stream. That would have been good to write down. Um, but it's somewhere in like August to October. Anyway, pretty soon after that, it was October time, right? So I remember I streamed Iron Lung. Let me see, when was that stream? Um, October 20th, 2022. So, very, very early into my streaming career. Um, it actually took me like 3 hours. How much playtime? What is my playtime in Iron Lung? Dude, it took us so long to finish Temtem. Um, I started playing Temtem. It we finished Iron Lung, then played Temtem. It took me years to finish Temtem. Years to finish Temtem. My goodness. But I've played Iron Lung, so I also want to see the movie because I like the game. It's very cool. It was spooky. The description of this redeem tells me not to, so you want to do it? I see. I see. I see. Do you have that many channel points already? Already? Goodness. Anyway, um, let's see. Anniversary. The first anniversary stream was August 30th, or uploaded on August 30th. Yeah. So I think it was like August 28th. I think was the date of my first stream. I think. So it's around there. Around there. Anyway. Okay. Squats? Alright, well, okay. One, two, three, four, a five. Thank you for the redeem. Wow, thank you. Thank you, wow. Okay. Excuse me, goodness, sorry about all the burps. I'm so sorry. But one of the most memorable dreams I had when I was very, very little. I had this dream that I was under my parents' bed in their room, and my dad was on the bed, but he was this scary green monster with one eye, and he looked kind of like that string cheese mascot, where the top of his head is like, the cheese being pulled apart to look like dreadlocks or hair. You know, it looked like one of those, like, and I was hiding under the bed from him because he was a monster. But uh, he turned into the monster because he took some medicine, and the other so he could take the medicine again and stay a monster, or take uh, a different medicine that would turn him back to normal. So the dream was me hiding from him under the bed, and then him talking. It was like, do I take the medicine and stay the monster, or do I take this medicine, go back to normal? And which one he took, I could not tell you because the dream ended before that happened. Um, and so I'm laying under the bed, scared and hoping my dad takes the medicine to turn him back into normal. And my dad's like not mean or anything. I don't know why my dad was a big, scary, green, one-eyed monster. I don't know. I was probably like 4 or 5 when I had this dream, maybe younger than that. Um, my brother was born, so I was at least like 3. Um, and then suddenly there were 2 identical monsters under the bed with me. But then they take off masks and it's my grandparents. And they're like, don't worry, it's us. And then the dream ended. Or that's as far as I remember in the dream. So I don't know if my dad took the medicine to stay the scary green one-eyed monster, or took the medicine to turn back to normal. I don't know which one, but that's like the dream that I remember the most. 6 or 7? No, I was not that old. No, I would, because 6 or 7 would mean I was in like first grade. I was maybe at the most in like kindergarten. At most. Because you go into first grade when I think around here when you turn or you go into kindergarten when you turn 5. So I might have been in preschool. I might have been in preschool, maybe. But that's the dream like I remember the most. Besides like my various falling dreams and when the basement was church for some reason. Oh, tricycles they let us ride for like 15 minutes a day. My preschool was in one of my neighbors, lady in the neighborhood, uh, taught was my preschool teacher, and it happened in her basement. They had a pretty big basement, at least to a preschool aged kid. They do, and they have a they have a very large backyard too. But they didn't have enough like tricycles to let us ride around on. It wasn't like some dedicated preschool building. It was just a neighbor's house. So what's that emote? Ardient ketchup. Oh no. Why would Ardient do that to a puddle of ketchup? Preschool is part of a church? Oh, okay. I mean, we had like lessons on Sundays in church. But that age, we would have just been in like church daycare pretty much. Um, that's for like 2-year-olds to like 4-year-olds. You just kind of there's a room in the church. It's called sunbeams. So when you're that little, you're a sunbeam, and before you go into uh, primary, and then uh, young men's and young women's, and then Sunday school. Um, when you're a sunbeam, you're just you basically are just babysat by a couple people from the church congregation, while everyone else has classes and stuff. Um, we got to play with Play-Doh sometimes. That was very fun. And they had this big box. You didn't learn anything about it. It was literally just in a church. Oh, okay, interesting. They had a big box of wooden blocks and one of those tiny kitchen play sets. You know, with and yeah. So I just kind of played most of the time. That's all I remember. I think they tried to teach us stuff or gave us, coloring pages to let us color. And we got to play with Play Doh sometimes. That was fun. Because I didn't get to have Play Doh at home because my mom didn't want me getting it in the carpet or anything. Now I can play with Play Doh whenever I want, but I couldn't when I was little. Yeah, you're in Sunbeams, and when you get old, a little older, you go into primary, which is Sunday school, and then when you get old enough, you go into young men classes or young women's classes, and then you also have Sunday school. So, Mormon church sessions, growing up for me was like 3 hours. I think it used to be 4. I felt like it was 4 hours when I was little, and it might have been, because you would have like an hour in the chapel for like sacrament meeting where um, people would give talks and stuff. Like, uh, there was no like dedicated person to give like sermons or anything. There was the bishop and his president, his first and second counselor and secretary, um, that would sometimes do that. And then we'd have people from the larger area leadership, like the stake president. A stake is a group of chapels and like maybe a couple blocks, or like maybe a city, depending on how large it is. And the the stake president and his presidency, his first, second counselor, and secretary, they preside over all the other wards. That's a name for a Mormon congregation, and those and wards have their bishopric. Anyway, so just random people from the congregation are asked to give talks every week, and you would have an hour of that, and then you would go to primary, and then you would go to Sunday school, and that would be like 3 hours. And then in like 2018, 2019, 2018, the Mormon leaders decided, hey, we'll cut it down to 2 hours. So you would do a sacrament meeting for like 40 minutes, maybe a little longer, maybe an hour. And then you would go to your age grouped. Oh, then you would go to Sunday school or whatever, and then you would go to your Sunday school. So then church was only 2 hours. Because sometimes it really felt like it was 4 hours. It might not have been 4 hours growing up. It might have just been 3. Definitely felt like 4, for sure. But yeah, then they shortened it to 2 hours. And I remember riding in the truck going home from a job site back to the shop on my first job, when I had my first job. And there was a billboard that said the best thing since 2 hour church. Like they know their target audience. They know how to advertise here. And I think it was like, I don't remember what the ad was for. It's like insurance, I think, or like a phone plan, something like that. But yeah, and then the pandemic happened, and then we just had church over Zoom. Yeah. I stopped going around then because it's like we couldn't. Sorry if you can hear my sister. She's being loud in the other room. I don't know what she's doing. I can't make out what she's saying. She's probably playing games. I might go ask her to be a little quiet a bit. but she gets all out. She's usually playing a game. Can you guys hear her? If you guys can hear her, I'll go ask her to be quiet. But if you guys can't, then it doesn't really matter, does it? Can't hear her? Okay. Hi, Maury. How are you, Maury? Good to see you, sweetheart. Okay, she's talking right now. Or was. Just let me know if you hear a voice besides mine. And I'll go ask her to be a little quiet. There we go. Please go follow Maury if you're not already. Maury's very sweet. She's a very cute Bat Girl VTuber. Not like a superhero. She's part Bat. She's very sweet. Please give her a follow. She hasn't streamed in a while, but you follow her so you can catch her next stream. I think Maury streamed at like 8 a.m. for me, so I only managed to catch like one stream. Or a couple. But please give Maury some love. She's very sweet. But to go karaoke, nice. You're not EPs tonight? I don't think I've ever. I don't know if there's a karaoke place near me. There's like a quote unquote fun center with like a bowling alley and a couple arcade games and go karts. And they have a pool in the summer. But I don't know if they have karaoke. But for your friend's B day, okay. Stay safe, Lori. Stay safe. Maybe you can. Maybe you'll fall asleep. they're singing. I don't know. But I hope you have a good time. But it's good to see you, Maury. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Did you see Iron Lung, Maury? Have you seen it? Have you seen the movie? You did? It was awesome? Nice. I convinced my dad to go with me and see it this weekend. So I don't know if there will be a stream this Friday or Saturday. One of these, either Friday or Saturday, there might not be a stream. Because the theaters around me do showings of it at like 2, 4, 7, 10. One of them does odd times like 3:55, 4:15 or something. I don't know. So, and the movie's 2 hours long. And it's probably FOMO, but I want to see it. I want to see it while it's in theaters. I'm sure I'll be able. I'm sure if I didn't, I'll be able to see it later, on like streaming somewhere or find a DVD or Blu-ray of it. Marcus said that he wants to make DVDs or Blu-rays of it. So if that's actually going to happen, I'm not sure. But I'm sure he could. If anyone could make it happen, it'd be Mark. And it will be streaming somewhere. Where that is, I don't know. But yeah, I want to see it in theaters. My siblings already went and saw it. So I asked my dad. My dad's not a big horror movie person. So I convinced him to go with me by saying I'll buy the tickets, popcorn, and drinks. So he doesn't have to worry about any of that. The last movie I saw with my dad was just me and my dad. Was the Overlord Holy Kingdom movie like 2 years ago, 2024. Uh, that does not feel that long ago, but it was, and that was a good time. So because we both like Overlord, I Overlord's one of my favorites, just purely based on the world building, because it's a fun world to learn about stuff in it, and that's one of my favorite parts about it. Anyway, so Friday or Saturday, there might not be a stream, depending on when we go. We weren't too big on the game itself, so your hopes were too high, but it was amazing. Yeah, Iron Lung was one of the first, or one of my earliest streams. Um, was in August, or I streamed Iron Lung in October of 2022. I had to finish it in 2 sittings, so I don't know if it's because I was bad at it or um, I started over. I don't know. um, I'm so far removed from my memories of that playthrough that I don't remember how I felt about the game in the moment. Um, but I remember liking it. I think it was definitely scary. Or the end, the jump scares got me, but it was like $6. It was like, oh, everybody's talking about this game. I'll stream it. Um, and I'm glad I've played it. I'm glad I have. But yeah, it's a very simple little game. It's not very long. But these days, I've been enjoying, relatively short gaming experiences. I mean, um, I guess it was a couple months ago, but we're kind of fresh off of the Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth games. Both of them. We had a total playtime on Steam of the complete collection. So both games combined of 160 hours. So it's like 80 something hours with both games. If you cut that in half for both, we've and so that's a long time. That's a long time. And stuff like Baldur's Gate 3. I enjoy Baldur's Gate 3, but I enjoy some shorter games. I like the smaller, little shorter games. Um, that was the fun part with like Sega Saturdays, was that a lot of these Sega games that we played, we finished in like 40 minutes to like an hour and a half, if they were just like shoot 'em ups or beat 'em ups, not like the RPGs like the Fantasy Star games or the Shining Force games. Um, which I do want to play more of Fantasy Star 4. I want to play that game because it was like the one game that I was like, I want to play more of this. This was fun. I'm enjoying this plot. I enjoyed it way more than 2 and 3. 4, 2 and 3 start kind of slow. 3 didn't start as slow as 2 did. But 4 starts you with 2 people in your party immediately, so you don't just get mobbed by random encounters immediately. And it has like a story told through cutscenes, which are in the form of like comic book panels, and that was cool. Uh, and the characters are cool. I remember liking them well enough. Anyway, um, yeah, I enjoyed Fantasy Star 4 a lot. I do want to play more of it. I don't know when we'll get to that. Maybe after we need to finish Baldur's Gate 3 still. Um, we do. We do. So maybe when we're done with the book nook, when we're done building the book nook, I might move Monster Hunter back to Mondays, and then put Baldur's Gate 3 back on Thursdays. That still gives us our Saturday slot for something, and I might make that Fantasy Star 4. That's a lot of RPGs. That's a majority RPGs, but you know, those are longer games. I'm kind of in between creature collectors right now. So I don't have any of those till March. Monster Hunter Stories 3 releases in March, which is next month. That's very exciting. I'm very excited for that game. I'm very excited. Uh, and the poll in the Discord about what to do last Saturday was Helldivers 2 with S'more. But S'more, like, whole neighborhood lost power because of the winter storm. So I'm pretty sure she's got. I'm pretty sure she's got electricity now because I've seen her Steam profile pop up playing uh, Half Sword, the Half Sword demo and stuff. So you've been looking for someone that plays Monster Hunter. We play it every Thursday. We're playing Monster Hunter Rise. I beat Monster Hunter World like the first time ever last year. Towards the end of last year, and then Ari gifted me Monster Hunter Rise with Sunbreak and some other DLC stuff. So um, we're playing through that right now. I am enjoying it. It took me a couple sessions to get into the groove of it, because the first time I played it, Monster Hunter games give you a lot of text to read. Just a ton of text. Like the whole first Rise stream was just me reading for the most part. I think we did like 1 or 2 hunts, maybe just one. And my favorite weapon from World was the Charge Blade. I used the Charge Blade a lot. The majority of the time in World. I think I touched a couple other weapons less than 10 times each. And we did like over 200 hunts with the Charge Blade. And I loved the World Charge Blade. And the Rise Charge Blade is different than World's Charge Blade in many ways. Um, and it took me a while to figure out how to use it at all. Utilize it how it's supposed to be used to like charge the files, and then how you like use the charges is different in Rise than World. In World, you just charge the files, and then you just spam circle, and then you just swing it, the charge blade in a circle, and press triangle circle, and you do a big old slam or whatever, you know. You can still do a big slam with the charge blade in Rise, but the way you get there is a little different, and what you do while the charge blade is the files are charged is different. So Nimbus, who is a friend of the channel, who we met through Mara. I don't think we've played games with Nimbus, but we've rated Nimbus. Nimbus is super cool. He's got one of those voices that's just made for streaming, or radio or podcasting or whatever. He's got a good voice for it. It's very smooth. His voice, where Cassian's voice is kind of warm and smooth, like maybe like um, a dinner roll with some nice melted butter in it. Nimbus's voice is like a glass of cold water. Like it's smooth and kind of cold in a way, if that makes sense. I don't know why I describe people's voices in metaphor, but that's how I feel. Cassian's voice is very warm. We rated Cassian last night, and Nimbus's voice is very cold but still very smooth. It's funny. Was it funny? Okay. Well, I'm glad I made you laugh if you laughed. Thank you. But I've Nimbus. We raided Nimbus after playing some Rise, and I was like, I'm trying the Charge Blade, but I'm not really liking it. What they did to it, and Nimbus was like, well, if you like the Charge Blade from World, try the Switch Axe. So I did, and I the Switch Axe is kind of exactly what I was looking for in the Charge Blade in Rise. You just charge it up, and then you just swing it, and it does stuff. um, and That's fun. It's fun. I like the Switch Axe a lot in Rise. I don't know how it compares to the World Switch Axe. I never used the Switch Axe in World. Now I'm kind of tempted to try if we ever go back to World. We're not done with World. We rolled credits on World, and then Ari was like, "Okay, let's move on to Rise." Um, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, there's still a bunch of end game, post game stuff in World that I haven't done yet, like a ton. Um, but I have World uninstalled and installed Rise, so we're playing through Rise. I don't know how far we are into Rise. We reached 6-star quests last time, so it's been a while. It's been a while. But yeah, it's been too long since I've heard Mori's voice to describe what her voice is like. It's been too long. It's been too long. I don't remember what Mori sounds like. I kind of remember what Estrella sounds like. I kind of do. I know Estrella smells like tuna fish and crackers a lot, and I know Mori eats too much chocolate cake sometimes, and like slime videos, or did. That's all I got. That's all I got. We do have the next ad break about 2 minutes. So just heads up if you guys get any ads. Um, this is an ASMR stream with a label on it, so. But just heads up. 2 minutes. Oh, sorry. It's the mic cover snagging on the mic there. Sorry about that. Um, oh, sorry, somebody texted me. It's probably my uncle. Yep, it's my uncle. My uncle uh, likes to send me paleo art he finds on his Facebook feed and other places on the internet. This one is a portrait of a Hypacrosaurus. Hypacrosaurus stabingeri. Stabingeri? A duck-billed dinosaur that lived during the... And he copy-pastes the image and it's the caption. So the caption is a duck-billed dinosaur that lived during the late Cretaceous in North America. These herbivores are about 9 meters long. By Lucas Atwell, if you want to look it up. Yeah. Like, my uncle really likes dinosaurs, and I do too. And my uncle has said multiple times that when he dies, he's going to leave all of his plastic dinosaurs to me, and His husband, because they come to visit. They're like 3 states away, so they come to visit usually around the holidays, like Thanksgiving and Christmas. And my uncle's like, I'm leaving ketchup all my plastic dinosaurs, and then his husband, my other uncle, is like, no, you're not. I guess he's got a bunch. Um, and I had plastic dinosaurs growing up. Most of them are probably broken or buried in the backyard. Like I have a couple triceratops that I dug up from the backyard when we dug my dad's pond, and I found two. One's missing a leg because it got clipped by the lawnmower, and the other one is glow in the dark, but it's clear, so there's like a clump of hard dirt inside of his mouth that I can't get out. I'd have to soak him. Um, anyway, my uncle was like disappointed that I didn't have a ton of plastic dinosaurs. So when they came to visit one time, they went to a gas station, I think, and my uncle got me a bag, like his plastic bag of um plastic dinosaurs. And for Christmas this past year, my youngest cousin, he's like 2 or 3 now. I think he's 2, and he's been into dinosaurs lately, and I was like, well, that's awesome. I want to support that. So I didn't have a gift for him. I was like, oh yeah, I have all these plastic dinosaurs my uncle gave me. So I had a Baryonyx, Stegosaurus, Iguanodon, T Rex. Yeah, those four. Oh, and a Pteranodon. Pteranodons aren't dinosaurs. They're just flying reptiles. They're related, as in they're both reptiles, but they're not dinosaurs. Um, but I kept the Triceratops because Triceratops is my uncle's favorite. So I kept the Triceratops toy just because I wanted to have at least one of them because they're from my uncle still. But I gave them to my cousin to play with because at least they'll get played with if I give them to my cousin. So yeah. So when my uncle kicks the bucket one day, I'm going to be getting a bunch of plastic dinosaurs, apparently. So yeah, that's not going to be for a while, though. That's not going to be for a while. Hi, Mercury. Mwah. How are you, sweetheart? Good to see you. How is the cute bunny? How is the cute jackalope? I'd break ends about 5 seconds, if it even happened. We've just been yapping. We've just been yapping tonight, Mercury. Some sleepy yaps. Welcome back from the outbreak, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you. I appreciate it lots. There we go. Please go follow Mercury if you're not already. He's very sweet. He's a fellow boy of the femme variety. A fellow femboy. He's very sweet. He does. He's playing through Pokemon ZA, post game or end game, one of those two. He does TCG content. He opened a Yu-Gi-Oh booster box a couple months ago. He does art streams. His art's very cute. Please give him some love. He's very sweet. He has a very cute voice. He also posts lives on Twitter and Blue Sky on Fridays. He's the reason I do it. If you want some good thighs, he's where you go. His thighs are very nice. Very nice. If Mercury wore fishnets, the world would implode from the pure beauty of the thing. Of it. And he has a very cute voice. He has a very cute voice. Like I said, Cassian's voice is like a nice warm dinner roll with some butter. Very smooth and cozy. Cassian does ASMR. It's very good ASMR. Nimbus is mostly just video game streamer, but he's got a very smooth, cold voice. It's like a glass of cold water. And Mercury's voice is like a cupcake or like a cinnamon roll with some hot chocolate or something. His voice is it's very sweet. It's very sweet. But I'm good, Mercury. I'm good. Uh, did some errands today. I needed some mouthwash. We needed some milk for curry tonight. We had curry. And my mom decided we were gonna quadruple the recipe tonight because there's never leftovers, and she wanted leftovers. So we quadrupled the recipe. Um, and I convinced my dad to see Iron Lung with me this weekend by telling him I would buy the tickets, the popcorn, and the drinks. Because I have more money in my wallet than I thought I did. I thought I had like $20. I have more than that. So I'll be okay. Because he's not a big horror movie person. Neither am I. Not really. Um, I like watching breakdowns of analog horror stuff on YouTube, though. Uh, and I enjoy watching a horror game stream occasionally. But I convinced him by telling him I'd just buy everything. Either Friday or Saturday there won't be a stream, depending on the show the time the show we go to. I'm glad you're doing good, Mercury. Are you all out of spice cake? I don't remember. Did you say you made the spice cake? I think you did. Excuse me. Sorry. Goodness gracious. May still got more. Let's go. Let's go. The snacks got more snacks. Awesome. We almost bought a white cake on clearance at the grocery store today, but I don't know. The last one we had wasn't very good. There was way too much cream cheese frosting. Put a ton of frosting on that cake. Did you see the Iron Lung movie Mercury? Have you seen it? I don't know if it's playing near you. It's playing near me. Uh, you can find out just by Googling Iron Lung showings near me. And Google has this thing where it has the theaters and their addresses and then show times and specific dates too. So if you Google that, you'll find out. It's apparently getting they're still they were just going to screen it through like this week, but they're gonna screen it through next week, I think. So at least around here, so that's exciting. Have you played Iron Lung Mercury, the game? I have. We actually streamed it. It was one of the first games I streamed. Pretty early into my streaming career. We started streaming like the last week of August. Like I want to think my first stream was like the 28th of August, but it could have been earlier than that. Could have been. My first stream was me playing Final Fantasy 14 for the first time. I've since then streamed it 3 times. And then we played Iron Lung in October because the game's was like $8, $7. And it was October, so I was like, oh, I'll try it. It's October, scary game, sure. But that was 4 years ago, going to be 4 years ago. So I'm very just far removed from what I even thought of the game at the time. I'm pretty sure I liked it. I don't recall disliking it at all. I remember having a good time. I think I might have gotten a little frustrated at the, maneuvering the sub. But I hope it's playing near you, Mercury. Hope you can see it in theaters. I'm sure Mark will get it. Mark has said that he wants to make it as accessible as possible for people. So I'm sure at some point it will get a physical release, and it'll be streaming somewhere, somehow, some way. I think in his most recent stream, he said they're going to self publish it that way, do their own thing, and getting it on streaming and discs printed and stuff. So that might take a while. That might take a while. That head pet emote is super cute. That is super cute. was trying to do dailies at Master. No worries. No worries. I'm pretty sure has not played Iron Lung. It's good. It's a very short game. Like it took me probably a little over 2 hours, 2.5 hours to finish it. But I'm not very good at video games. Or at least then I hadn't really played anything like it, and so it took me a couple hours. But if you're good, know what you're doing. If you grasp it, the game's not very long. At most, like 2 hours. If I played it again, we could probably get it done in 2 hours. It's not very long. Um, so I guess it depends on if you stream it. It depends on how long you stream. If you'll need something else to fill the back half of the stream. I only stream for 2.5 hours, so most of the time. Excuse me, so I could just. But it's good. You want another good boy? Wow. Okay. Okay. Oh, I heard that they're making a Yu-Gi-Oh Lego set, or at least there's a one of the Lego ideas proposals is a Blue Eyes set, like a Blue Eyes figure made of Legos. That's kind of cool, but gonna be way too expensive for me. Goodness, the Pokemon set's like $600, something like that. Like, I get that like $600 is probably enough, justifiable by how many pieces the Pokemon set has in it. But like, come on, come on. And like the Lego Charizard does not look too different from the Mega Bloks Charizard set that you can probably still find in like discount stores. They did a Blastoise and a Venusaur set too, with a Blastoise Wartortle, and Squirtle, and then the Bulbasaur has Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur, I think, or maybe it's just Bulbasaur and Venusaur. Anyway, this is crazy stuff. Too much money. Too much money. Like for 600, if I wanted to get stuff to like build, like things to build, like kits to put together for $600, I'd rather just buy like a bunch of Gundam kits. I would rather just buy a pile of Gundam models. I would just get like a bunch of those than one Lego set. But yeah, the one Gundam kit we did put together on our birthday stream last year took us 7 hours. Granted, that kit was from 2014, so it's not modern by any means. Maybe that's why it took so long. I don't know. It was also my first Gundam kit, so it was a learning experience. Anyway, sorry, let me get you your good point. Wow. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking and chatting. Spending time with us on the stream. Thank you. Very, very good point. You worked very, very hard this week. Very, very proud of you. Sorry if those were loud. Sorry if those smooches were pretty sharp. Apologies. In an aircraft? An aircraft? I'm kind of out of the Yu-Gi-Oh loop right now. I haven't played Master Duel in like 6 months. Um, the spot that Master Duel filled lately for when we're done with something, if we finish a game early on a stream, I've just been filling that spot with Power Wash Simulator. So I haven't played Master Duel in a while. I haven't done that in a while. I'll look up what that is after I finish. Wow, it's a good boy. Wow. Thank you for being who you are. Doing what you do. I think make the world a better place. In my humble opinion, anyway. Like, I still have to watch the Yu-Gi-Oh! Chronicles thing on YouTube. I still have to watch that. CJ keeps, I think it's CJ that keeps asking me if I watched it. And I was like, no, I haven't. And I completely forgot. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Good boy, Will. Good boy. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Look at you, such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, Wow. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Wow. Good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Look at you, such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, Wow. Good boy. Such a good boy. Good boy, 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 good boy. IRL cards, it's the new pendulum deck that doesn't use pendulum summoning. How does how does so they're pendulum monsters, but they don't need the pendulum summoning mechanic? Like, is that what that means? It's the one where the monsters look like Ramiel from Evangelion. I've never seen Evangelion. 1 second. 1 second. Yu-Gi-Oh! And craft. Oh. Some of these. Okay, they are pendulum monsters, but they're all so they're pendulum monsters, but their pendulums are all 0/0. So you couldn't summon anything with them. Okay. They kind of remind me of the it was just on the tip of my tongue. The Vylon Prism, whatever that is, like it reminds me of Vylon Prism, I think. Prism. For some reason, they remind me of Vylon Prism. That's like one of the few monsters I can name. Can recall the name of. I guess in how like angular they are. The spell card specifically, an aircraft release. They're very cool. They look pretty cool. All the skills are 0, and it's made up of levels 1 and 9. So okay, that's cool. That's cool. Hi, Blue. How are you, Blue? How you doing? I like the Toon monsters. My Toon deck in Master Duel is probably the most consistent and best deck I have. Which is not a very high bar. If I'm being honest, it's not a very high bar. I have a lot of Stardust dragon cards, like that archetype, because I pulled for the alt art Stardust Dragon with like the special foiling in Master Duel. I I I pulled like I used like 80,000 gems or something like that, 8,000 gems to pull the Stardust Dragon. The glossy, it was glossy. The anyway, the alt art Stardust Dragon. That was a while ago. That was the last thing I spent my gems on. Um, but I'm doing good, Blue. I'm doing good. Um, I did some errands today. We had to pick up some milk for curry for dinner because we were out of milk, and I needed some more mouthwash. And I was on the tip. What was I gonna say? Oh, I think yeah. I feel like I'm forgetting something and then remembering something else. Oh well. Excuse me. Sorry, goodness. Um. Uh. Yeah, we had curry for dinner, so it's very yummy. It was one of my favorite comfort meals. Uh, we use a curry recipe that my grandma you used that I think is from a cookbook. What cookbook? I couldn't tell you right now. Um, and then today I convinced my dad to go see Iron Lung with me this weekend. Um, I texted him when I got home from errands with my mom and was like, "Hey, do you want to see Iron Lung with me this weekend?" And he's like, "Sure. What movie is that?" And my dad's not a big horror movie guy. I'm not really either. Like I wouldn't go out to the theater to see a horror movie, but I'm fine watching like a 2 hour breakdown of an analog horror series on YouTube. I'm perfectly fine doing that. Um, or watching Markiplier play scary games. I'm okay doing that, but uh, I guess I'm feeling the FOMO. I want to see it in theaters. Well, I can before it's put on. So I don't have to wait for it to get put on DVD or Blu-ray or and put on some streaming thing somehow. Whatever Mark's plans are end up materializing as. Um, and I convinced my dad to go by, like I said, oh, it's a horror movie based on an indie horror game, and then he didn't say anything after that. And then I don't know if it's just because he didn't have time to respond. But then I was like, oh, hold on, how much money do I have in my wallet right now? And I counted my money. Like, wow, I have a lot more money than I thought I did. I thought I had like 20 bucks. I have a lot more than 20 bucks in my wallet right now. So I was like, oh. So I texted him, I'm like, I'll buy the tickets, popcorn, and the drinks. And he's like, okay! Exclamation mark. So I convinced him that way. Now the movie's 2 hours and 7 minutes long. So we'll see if my dad falls asleep or not. My dad falls asleep pretty easy while watching something. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to do that this weekend. So there might not be a stream on Friday or Saturday, depending on what time of which screening me and my dad to go to. The theaters around me are like 2 p.m., 4 p.m., and then like 7 p.m., and then 10 p.m. Some of them do like weird timings, like 2:15, 3:55, 5 something, 7 something, 10 something. So I'm not sure. The movie theater down the street from me, they're all reserved seating. So my plan was just to go and buy the tickets at the theater and end up with whatever tickets I've got. Because I don't care. um, so to do that, we'd have to, and uh, yeah, so we'd have to go a couple of miles out. But that's fine. That's fine. But I'm glad to hear you're doing good. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Blue. We are coming up on the 2 hour mark. Uh, not not super. It's still 20 minutes off, but if anyone has any trigger requests or smooch redeems or anything of the sort, please get those in soon so I can get those to you. Otherwise, you might have to wait till Sunday if I can't make Friday stream work. You want some smooches, Blue? You got it. What you like? Is there a particular kind of smooch that you would like? Slow smooches, fast smooches, breathy smooches, different kind of smooch. Breathy, please. You got it, Blue. couple more smooches for you, Blue. There you go, Blue. I hope those were okay for you, sweetheart. Thank you for the smooch redeem. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed them, Blue. Thank you for the like, sweetheart. Thank you. We'll probably call it here in like 30 minutes or so. Yeah, probably around 30 minutes. Excuse me. Sorry, goodness. Sorry about all the burps. Oh yeah, if we're gonna open cards this next weekend, I need to go. I need to order some soon. I don't know. I thought about it, and I figure I'll just save up to get stories 3-minute releases. Yeah, I might be too late. I can go to my local game store sometime next week, maybe. I don't know. Maybe to get some cards, but I think I'd rather just spend it on games to stream. Magic cards would be cool. And the one time I tried to open magic cards on stream, the webcam literally died. So, our old webcam, it killed my old webcam. Which, it was a Razer Kyo. It was just a regular Razer Kyo. And those have a ring light. and they don't make those anymore. They're not in production apparently. I I assume not, because the listing for them on Amazon was only new and used or whatever. So I had to get a Razer Kio X, which I think is actually working better. Um, and my Razer Kio lasted about 3 years. I bought it in 2022, died last year, and around the same time I bought it, and Google or you know, uh, they have those webcams are supposed to have a lifespan of like 1.5 to 3 years. So it ended up lasting on the longer end, which is good. Um, but I get this one. This one doesn't have a ring light, so the lighting for hand cam stuff is kind of terrible. That would be solved by me just buying a lamp, a desk lamp or something. But or another one. I have my rock salt lamp over here on the left side of my monitor, but it's not. I can turn it up really bright, but it gets pretty hot. Um, so anyway, this one doesn't get nearly as hot as the Razer Kio did. The X doesn't. So maybe that was a big point of like failure for the Razer Kio was the ring light, because the camera got really hot. It got really warm. This one gets hot, but not nearly as hot, which is good. It did. I think it just kind of it started wearing out because I remember we were playing SCP-5K with Teto, and the camera stopped tracking my face. It happened with this camera too. This camera did it a couple nights ago, but I fixed it just by recalibrating it. So I don't know what was up with that. I don't know what was up with that, but this one's working fine enough. But some magic cards would be fun. The problem is that magic cards are expensive. They're expensive. Sorry about the sniffles. It would be fun to open some Final Fantasy, but I doubt I could get my hands on that at a decent price. Oh, people are selling the 2-player starter decks for $20. That's not too bad. But I don't know. I mean, it's Final Fantasy cards, and those are cool. That'd be fun. Those would be fun to have more of. Booster boxes are 143. I feel like it's definitely lower than what they were, for sure. Collector boosters, $1,000. Oh my goodness, it's way too much. Way too much. I actually got the Y'shtola Commander deck on launch day for like $83, counting tax. It was 79.76. It's very good. It's a very good deck, but it has a lot of moving parts. It's got a lot of moving parts. Um, my local game store might have some of the commander decks still, but definitely won't have booster packs. I mean, the Lorwyn Eclipsed set looks really cool. Problem is, I can go with my brother to my local game store, but my brother might have a sinus infection right now, so I don't want to be near him because I have plans next week, and I don't want a sinus infection right now. It'd be terrible timing to be sick. But opening magic cards would be fun. That would be fun. Give me one moment. I need to blow my nose real quick. Sorry about that. I guess we did open that Duskmorn Commander booster thing, booster pack bundle thing I got from Sam's Club a couple months ago. That was fun. I don't think Sam's Club has those anymore, but um, yeah. So opening cards would be fun. Let's see. Um, when me and some pals got together for a white elephant exchange in December, or it might have been last month. It was after Christmas, so it might have been in January. Uh, my gift was 12 pounds of bulk MetaZoo cards. I weighed it before I put it in some gift bags. They were in those biscuit tubs, those tubs that had these big plastic tubs that had biscuits in them, or biscuit wafers with the chocolate in the middle, whatever those are called, wafer sandwiches. And I put them on a scale before I put them in the bags, and they combined came out to a total of 12.6 pounds or something like that. It's a lot of cards, and one of my friends got that one. My other friends got a booster box of Innistrad Midnight Hunt, and we did sealed two-headed giant with them. We both opened 6 booster packs. All 4 of us. There were 4 of us. We opened 6 booster packs and built some decks. Me and my friend lost, and me and another friend, my two-headed giant pod lost. I was playing blue black with counter spells and stuff, but all my counter spells were in, like, the bottom of my deck. We were playing with 40 card decks, and my friend, our opponent, two-headed giant, was playing black green with like and then his partner was playing white, and white control was very effective. There is a white creature from the set that can tap to tap down another creature, and I had a big 7/6 zombie guy, or a 6/6 zombie, and they just kept tapping him down every turn. So they stalled us out, and my friend who got the box for the gift exchange, that bought it, um, pulled this green slime creature that makes other slimes. I can't remember what it's called, but it was very scary. He didn't end up actually drawing it or playing it, but it was a very scary card because it can get really strong really fast, and then it makes other slimes that are copies of it or something like that. And he pulled 2 of the enchantments that make you a zombie whenever a creature dies, but it only procs once. But he had 2 copies of it on his board, so he was getting two decaying zombie tokens. Decay meaning they can't block, but whenever they attack, they're sacrificed at the end of combat. So his board would just be really wide, and then you would swing for one big turn, and they stalled us out to where me and my partner in the game of two-headed giant uh, decked out. We drew our whole decks. I was playing a lot of draw with blue, and counter spells. So, I was trying to play control-y with my blue counter spells and play some bigger creatures, but their combo of the getting 2 zombie tokens every time a creature dies. So when he swings with his zombies, he gets at least 2 zombies back if they're the only things that died. He gets 2 zombies from 2 zombies dying. So it was rough, but it was very cool. And then we just opened the rest of the box because we were like, hey, heck, let's just open the rest of it. And they were all my friends' cards that got that for the gift exchange. But yeah, I get why that sat on shelves for a long time. Like I remember, that was a newer set when I was working at Walmart, so I would see it a ton. After my shift, I would look at the cards to see if there was anything I wanted. And Midnight Hunt, like draft packs with like 3 packs, it sat on the shelf for a long time. Because that set's just not super fun. There's not a ton of like. It's not a super. It didn't feel like a super powerful set. There's some good cards in that set. Excuse me. And there's lots of werewolves and stuff, like red green werewolves and things like that, and black black has lots of zombie strategies, which is very good. Like the decayed zombie generation, making those 2/2 zombie tokens did a lot of work for my friend's deck. But like there's just not a ton of power in the commons and uncommons. Like there's just really not. But there's some pretty decent rares and mythics in that set. Meat Hook Massacre and stuff like that. So if you guys hear a knocking sound, those are my sister's hamsters rolling around in the hallway. And the hallway has hardwood flooring. Oh, just heads up, we do have the last ad break about a minute. We'll probably call it night here in like 15-20 minutes here. So, last call for any trigger requests, smooch redeems, anything of the sort before we raid out here. Who's live tonight? Let's see. Do we have anyone? Let's see. Oh, Minari's live. No ND tonight, it looks like. All right. So, oh, sorry. Looks like Minori's are our option tonight. I feel like we rated Minori the most recent besides sucrose? Let's see. Is there anyone new we can go say hi to? Any first time ASMR streamer VTubers here? I don't know. You can go say hi to Minari. That's fine. Yeah, I don't think Emmy's live tonight. Is okay. Yeah, I'll go say hi to Minari. I'm tired. I kind of just feel like raiding and running, so we'll raid Minari tonight. And then if we stream Friday, we'll look for someone new here. Yeah. Sorry if you guys heard that. That was my neck. I was just cracking my neck. That's what that was. Welcome back for the ad break, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you. I appreciate it lots. Unless I apologize if I already said that. I apologize if I already said that. Yeah, getting just a couple magic packs would be fun to open. Um, yeah, I'll have to see if I can get to my local game store before the streams, but probably not, unless my dad's willing to go with me after Iron Lung. Sorry about all the burps and yawns tonight. Sorry. All right. We'll call it a night here in like 3 minutes if we don't get any other trigger requests or smooch redeems or anything. I'm gonna go get some seconds of curry and watch some animes maybe. I watched a lot of Shangri-La Frontier with my partner yesterday. Um, we are very behind on animes that we're watching together. We're watching through Don and Shangri-La right now, and season 2 of Shangri-La is like 24 episodes long, and we just finished a big arc in the second season. Shangri-La Frontier is just kind of like, it feels like Let Me Solo Her, the anime, kind of like the MC is like cursed, so he can only equip things on his head and waist. So he uses dual blades, such as his class or fighting style anyway. So like, it's just kind of Let Me Solo Her, the anime, which is not bad. It's not like the best anime ever, um, but it can be pretty. The animation can be pretty cool sometimes. Then the one of the last episodes we watched, there was a big attack that happened, and it was really cool. It was very cool. But yeah, it's okay. I'm curious to see if it gets picked up for a third. Yeah, if there's more. I don't know if it's based on like a manga or a light novel or anything, so I don't know if there's more material for them to even adapt. But that would be cool. Let's see. Has there been talk of season 3? Season 3. Shangri-La Frontier season 3 has been officially confirmed and is currently in production. Oh, okay. Cool. It just hasn't. We just haven't gotten a release date for it, huh? But they've confirmed the season 3, so I guess we're getting more. Which is exciting. It's a very good watch. It's a nice, like, it feels very analogous to like a Saturday morning cartoon that you would catch on WB4 Kids or something, you know. It feels of that era to me, in that this one would be something little catch up would be excited to catch every weekend, like Dinosaur King or um uh I wasn't super excited to watch Cubics, but I watched Cubics. But like Dinosaur King or, you know, Teen Titans Go, stuff like that. It feels of that time in my brain to me. It's nostalgic in that way. Um, it's not like a groundbreaking anime or anything, but it it's fun. It's a fun anime. It's fun. I keep saying I realize I repeat myself a ton, and I sorry about that. Anyway, let me get out you guys' hair. Give me a second to put my headphones, and we'll get the raid going here. We'll go say hi to Minari. I want more curry. I feel like raiding and running tonight, so we'll we'll try to find someone new next week. We'll try. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Hi, Kool Man. I'm sorry you're getting curious. We're just raiding out, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. But I'll see you guys tomorrow for some Monster Hunter. Again, I don't know if there's going to be a stream on Friday or Saturday. I don't know what time me and my dad are going to see Iron Lung yet. I need to ask my dad about that tonight if I see him before I go to bed. Um, but hi, Cooley Man. I hope you're having a good week. Good to see you, sweetheart. Mwah. I'm sending you guys to Minari. She'll knock you out cold with her ASMR. But please give Minari lots of love. Give her a follow if you're not already. She deserves it. She does pretty much exclusively ASMR streams. She's done some Mario Kart Street collabs and Minecraft collabs. Give her some love, please. She's very sweet. And I will see you guys tomorrow for some Monster Hunter with Eri, probably. We might try the next Magnum Aloe fight tomorrow to progress our village quests. But we'll see. Because I don't know how long I can put those off. I guess we'll find out. But good night, guys. I love you all very much. Take care of yourselves. Take your meds. Brush your teeth. Take your vitamins. Take care of yourselves. I love you all very much. Stay warm. Stay safe. Bye bye.